What's good everyone, it's your boy yadiiiigg, 4 eyes, 2 G's here, and today we're here to talk about Pierre Bourne. Now, Pierre Bourne, as most of you guys would know, just dropped the highly anticipated deluxe version to his Life of Pierre 4 album, and the first week sales have come back for this project, which sold 8.1k in its first week. And these numbers right here are inclusive of both the deluxe version streams as well as the normal version streams in that 1 week that just went past. Now, I've seen a lot of talk online about these sales, how they're terrible, how they're low, how he flopped, etc, etc. And if you guys remember, Pierre Bourne went through this the same time last year when he dropped the original version, and I just want to talk about it because I don't think it's fair to call this a flop, and I don't think these sales are terrible by any stretch of the imagination, so I want to break it down and give my perspective on it. Let's get into it.
Hibachi, I'm cooking shit up and they cannot stop me. Hibachi, I'm cooking shit up and they cannot stop me. Okay, I'm switching up my flows like I switch up my hoes. And if a nigga got a problem, then we gon' wipe his nose. I'm serving if I never cold, collecting checks, that's for sure.
Okay, so firstly, I want to bring it back to last year when TLOP 4 originally dropped. Now, when TLOP 4 originally dropped, as we can see on screen right here, DJ Academics came out and said that he flopped, etc, etc. And a lot of people are saying the exact same thing because, to be fair, the sales weren't exactly amazing. As we can see on screen right here, it peaked at 107 on the Billboard Top 200 Albums of the Week. And although we didn't get the exact first week sales, we can roughly say that it probably did around the same as 8.1k with the deluxe version. Now, although I definitely can understand why people are calling this a flop, because when people think of Pierre, people think of Cardi, people think of Uzi, people think the amount of people he's worked with, and the fact that he actually is signed to Interscope means that he probably should be doing better numbers, right? But really, you need to separate Pierre as a producer and Pierre as a rapper, because to me, if Pierre came out with TLOP 4 or the deluxe version and sold 10k, 15k, 20k, that would have been a huge surprise. And I know what you're thinking, that might sound crazy, but really when you look at it, let's go through this list right here. The fact that the album didn't have any features, which you could have got Cardi, or you could have got Uzi, or could have got people like that, the fact that it didn't have features definitely limited the sales. Furthermore, and really this is the biggest point, Pierre just doesn't have a commercial hit of his own as a rapper. We all know of his hits as a producer, Magnolia, etc, etc, but really when you think of him as a rapper, he hasn't had anything close to a commercial hit yet. He hasn't even had a solo song chart on the Billboard Hot 100. When you see people sell 20k, 30k, 40k, 50k, 60k, whatever amount, most likely majority of them have had a commercial hit, because that's the way you really bring in those big numbers, because that's the way you get to those mainstream audiences. That's pretty self-explanatory, that's obvious. So for someone like Pierre as a rapper, again, just as a rapper who hasn't had that commercial hit yet as a rapper and on his solo music, you can't really expect someone like that to sell 10k, 20k, etc, etc. Also is to consider the fact that there has been no real push or promotion from Interscope for either of these projects yet. I've got another video in the works about him not getting proper promotion or proper push from Interscope. That's going to be dropping very soon, so I don't really want to elaborate on this point right now, but everybody knows this. Pierre just hasn't really got that major label push, and although he is signed to Interscope, it's pretty evident they haven't done much for him right now, so that's kind of like another reason why sales aren't that big. And also, I just want to compare this for a second to someone like Smoke Perp. Of course, if you guys weren't aware, Smoke Perp just absolutely flopped and sold 5k in his first week of Florida Jit. So let's take a second and compare these two right here. So we have Smoke Perp, who has had multiple hits, Audi, Nephew, etc, etc, that's gone on the charts, gone gold, gone platinum. He had huge features on this project, Rick Ross, Denzel Curry, etc, etc, and he's also had multiple commercial projects out at this point since 2017. Versus Pierre, who has had no commercial hits of his own as a rapper. He also had no features on either project, and really this is like his first commercial project release, etc, etc, or at least TLOP 4 was. So who should sell more? Well, obviously when you look at all these factors here, should be Smoke Perp, but no, Smoke Perp comes out and absolutely flops and sells 5.1k, whereas Pierre, again, I don't want to act like these are amazing sales or anything like that, but considering these factors right here, coming out and selling 8.1k with the deluxe version is definitely not a flop. I just don't like people calling this a flop because I don't think it is by any stretch of the imagination, and it's hard for someone like Pierre who has such a name as a producer. You kind of expect him to do big numbers as a rapper, but again, considering those factors, it's just not realistic, and I don't think until he builds up a catalog, or he has features, or he actually has hits, we can realistically expect him to do those bigger numbers. but that's just my opinion on it. Make sure to let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below. And before we finish this video, guys, I want to give a couple quick shout outs from the Instagram. Shout outs to Nara Tulsa, and also shout outs to Flamu Manovo 23. Shout outs to you guys for following me over my Instagram. Much appreciated. If you guys don't follow your boy at yadiiiigg, go follow your boy and show me some love. Also, if you haven't, like, subscribe, turn on notifications, all that good YouTube stuff. And there are more videos of mine on screen right now. Make sure to check them out if you haven't.